Notice verse 22. This is the best one of all. See, I could stop right now and say this has been good. See, I could just say amen, let's all go home, verse 21, and say, wow, this is really good. This is worth getting excited about. But wait, there's more. It's like, I feel like Billy Mays, you know, the guy on, you know who that is, that he's got all of it. But wait, there's more. we could be happy right now, but wait, there's more. Verse 22, this is even better. Notice it starts by saying, in the body of his flesh through death. Why does he start by saying that? To let you know that on the cross, you see, that's what we're talking about. What did he accomplish through the cross? Well, he says, in the body of his flesh through death. That's talking about the cross, is it not? So, in the body of his flesh through death, comma, meaning this next part is the result, to present you holy, unblameable, and unreprovable in his sight. That little expression, to present you, I looked it up, and you could say it this way. In the Greek language, it could be said this way, so that we might stand approved in his presence. So that we might stand approved in his presence. So that he might present us to God. The Phillips translation says, so that he might welcome us into his presence. Now again, it's the death of Jesus on the cross that accomplished that, being able to be welcomed into his presence. So that we might be welcomed into his presence holy, unblameable, and unreprovable in his sight. Now if you ask most Christians, what's holy mean? Well, maybe I shouldn't say most. Many Christians, if you ask them what does it mean to be holy, they'll say don't go to dances, don't play cards. As though that were, the definition of holiness. And you're nodding your head if you've heard that. But it's something more than just trivial things like that. What makes a person holy? Well, let me ask you this question. Or I'll just tell you, I'm not going to ask you the question. Or maybe I will. Guess where, let's play a trivia game. Guess where the word holy first appears in the Bible? Anybody know? I did a very thorough study of the word one time. And I found out the word holy first appears in the Bible in the story of Moses when he saw the burning bush. At least in the King James translation, that's where the word... I was out of prison one night on Sunday night and I asked that question. How many of you know, where does the word holy first appear in the Bible? And one guy said, on the cover, Holy Bible. Well, okay. Besides the cover. In the text. Apart from the cover. When Moses saw the bush that was burning but not consumed, he came up to see what was going on, and a voice spoke to him, the voice of God. And the voice said, take your shoes off of your feet, for the ground you're standing on is holy. Everybody ever seen that in the Ten Commandments? My question then is, how did that ground get so holy? What did that ground do? God said, if it's so holy, you better take your shoes off. The ground is holy. What did the ground do to get so holy? Nothing. Didn't do anything. It was common. It was just ordinary ground. What made it holy? Because the holy God was present there. Wherever the holy God is present, he makes it holy. Guess where he's present today? In here. Not the microphone, but in me and in you. He lives in us. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You know why you're holy today? Not because of something you did or didn't do. It's because a Holy One lives in you. Did you know Paul writes to the Christians in each case, and he says, to the saints that be at Rome, to the saints that be at Colossae, to the saints that be at Ephesus. If he were alive today and writing to us, he would say, to the saints that be in Woods County. Well, let's see. If you come from Kansas, that leaves you out. Saints that be in the region of northwest Oklahoma. Anyway, he would call us saints. Not because of anything that we did. He wrote to the churches and not excluding anybody. He just lumped them all together and said, you're saints. You're also, why are we saints? Not because we did saintly things, because the Holy One lives in us. Notice that it says, in the body of his flesh through death to present us holy, unblameable. That means... without blemish is what that means. Unreprovable. The word unreprovable is a big long Greek word. Anton is studying Greek. I should get him to look at this and explain it to me, or how to pronounce it at least, because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this big long Greek word as long as your arm. But what it means is really good. Listen to what it means. It's this word unreprovable. It signifies that which cannot be called to account. It implies not merely acquittal, but the absence even of charge or accusation. Now, that's a pretty good condition to be in, to stand before the judge of the universe, not only acquitted, but the absence of even a charge or an accusation. How can that be possible? It's because of Jesus. Notice it started by saying, in the body of His flesh through death. He so thoroughly took sins out of the picture by His death on the cross. He so thoroughly paid for it that those of us who respond to Him and who receive Him, we now stand in His presence, not only acquitted, but in the absence of even charges or accusations. Why is He writing this to us? Because He wants you to know that He welcomes you into His presence, and in the future He will welcome you into His presence. That we are welcomed into His presence, not because we did everything right, because we haven't. And not because in the future we'll promise to do better and do everything right, because, I don't want to burst your bubble, but the chances are you may make some mistakes in the future. But your salvation and your relationship with God does not rest upon anything that you did. It rests upon something that He did. Let's all stand up today.
Jesus!